Right. So studying of correlation. Today's topic is studying of correlation because I know correlation definition. I know types of correlation now. Now how the correlation will be studied. How the correlation will be studied. I have already explained how many methods will be there. Actually, 4 methods are there in studying of correlation. So first one is scattered diagram. Scattered diagram. Second one is Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient. And third one is rank correlation coefficient. Rank correlation coefficient. Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. And fourth one is concurrent method. Concurrent method. Okay. So this method is not there in our syllabus. So actually 3 methods we will discuss: scattered diagram, Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient, rank correlation coefficient. So first we will learn what do you mean by scattered diagram. What do you mean by scattered diagram? First we will learn scattered diagram. It is the simplest measure of studying the relationship between two variables. So what do you mean by scattered diagram? In the name itself, it is a diagram. Diagram means graphical representation, diagrammatic presentation. So that means which data correlation requires at least bivariate data. At least bivariate data means what is the meaning of scattered diagram? Scattered diagram is the simplest diagrammatic representation of bivariate data. So why you require scattered diagram? By seeing the diagram, I can identify any relation is there between those variables. Any relation is there between the variables. So that means what do you mean by scattered diagram? Scattered diagram is the simplest diagrammatic representation of a bivariate data. Suppose bivariate data means how many variables you will consider? 2 variables you will consider. So X and Y. That means suppose if I am considering n pairs of observations. Suppose I am considering n pairs of observations. What are the pairs of observations? I will consider X1, Y1, because bivariate data I have to consider. Bivariate means 2 variables. X1, Y1, X2, Y2, so on, Xn, Yn. X and Yn. Okay. So now how many X values will be there? N. How many Y values will be there? N. So that means n pairs of observations I am considering. I am considering n pairs of observations X1, Y1, X2, Y2, so on, X and Yn. Assume X represents height of a student, Y represents weight of a student. Just assume. Meanwhile, you can assume X represents height of a person, height of a student, Y represents weight of a student. So how many X values are there? X1, X2, so on, Xn. These are represents heights. Y1, Y2, so on, Yn represents weights. So that means what you are saying scattered diagram. Diagram means it is a graphical representation, diagrammatic representation of bivariate data. So bivariate data means what is it? X-axis will be there, Y-axis will be there. So X-axis what I will consider? I will consider the heights. So heights I will consider. So X values I will consider. X-axis I will consider the X values. Y-axis I will consider the Y values. So X-axis I will consider heights. So that means how many values are there? X1, X2, so on, Xn. Y-axis what is that? Y1, Y2, so on, Yn. So these are the weights. Okay. So X-axis always I will consider heights, and Y-axis I am considering weights. Okay. Next I will represent X1, Y1. I will identify X values and Y values as points, as dots, as points or dots. Suppose X value 50, Y value 70. 50, 70, you will identify a dot. I will tell you later. When you discuss the example, I will show that one. So that means what is that? What do you mean by scattered diagram? Scattered diagram means it is a simplest diagrammatic representation of bivariate data. So that means what is a bivariate data? I am considering a bivariate data of n pairs of observations. What are the n pairs of observations? X1, Y1, X2, Y2, so on, Xn, Yn, where X represents heights, Y represents weights. So you can represent these n pairs of observations on a graph. So on a graph means what is that? By taking x-axis, X values on x-axis. X values means height values on x-axis, weight values on y-axis. So after that, identify the dots. Identify the dots, because you know the pairs of observations. You can identify the dots. The diagram of identifying the dots you are getting, the diagram of dots so obtained is called scattered diagram. The diagram of dots so obtained is called scattered diagram. And this is nothing but a scattered diagram. So what is the use of this scattered diagram? So scattered diagram at a glance, it will tell you there exists a relationship between those two variables or not. So now I think all of you understood what do you mean by scattered diagram. What do you mean by scattered diagram? Scattered diagram means it is the simplest diagrammatic representation of a bivariate data. Okay, so let us consider n pairs of observations. But let us consider a bivariate data of n pairs of observations. What are the pairs of observations? X1, Y1, X2, Y2, so on, Xn, Yn, where X represents what? Assume that X represents heights, Y represents weights. Then plot a graph. So considering heights on x-axis, weights on y-axis. So you will identify the dots, you will identify the points. So the diagram of dots so obtained is called scatter diagram. So what is the use of scatter diagram? What is the advantage of scatter diagram? So the advantage of scatter diagram is nothing but at a glance, it will tell you there exists a relationship between x and y or not. So there exists a correlation between x and y or not. There exists a positive. How many types of correlations are there? You learn the correlations. You know what you mean by positive, negative, no correlation like that. So that means the diagram gives an idea about there exists a positive correlation or negative correlation or no correlation. You can see the diagram and you can understand it. So I will discuss those diagrams later on. So that means what is the mean by scatter diagram? Scatter diagram is nothing but it is the simplest diagrammatic representation of bivariate data. So I am considering a bivariate data where x represents heights and y represents weights. So I am drawing a graph. So the dots you will get. So that diagram of dots so obtained is called scatter diagram. So why you require scatter diagram? What is the advantage of scatter diagram? It tells whether there exists any correlation is there between the variables. And what is the disadvantage of scatter diagram? Whenever the values are more, you consider suppose 10 values, it is easy to represent on the diagram. Sometimes what happened is 20,000 data will be available to you. So whenever the large data is there, so you cannot construct a scatter diagram. So what is the advantage of scatter diagram? Advantage of scatter diagram means it gives an idea about there exists any relation is there between x and y. It gives an idea. Okay. What is the disadvantage? Whenever the data is more large, you cannot identify scatter diagram, and it is very difficult to draw a scatter diagram. So this is the scatter diagram. So some of these scatter diagrams are given. So some of these scatter diagrams are given as follows. Just I will formula. So it is called Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. Karl Pearson correlation coefficient. Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. So correlation requires bivariate data. Bivariate data means you require x and y. Suppose I am taking two variables x and y. So what do you mean by correlation coefficient? Means correlation coefficient is nothing but the linear relationship between x and y. The linear relationship between the variables x and y is called correlation coefficient. So correlation coefficient is given by Karl Pearson. That's why it is called Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient, or it is also known as product moment correlation coefficient. So it is called Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient or product moment correlation coefficient. So what do you mean by Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient? The linear relationship between the variables x and y is called correlation coefficient. So correlation coefficient is given by Karl Pearson. That's why it is called Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. So one more name is there for Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. It is also called product moment correlation coefficient. So Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient is denoted by small r, or simply r of x comma y, or simply rxy. Now onwards, whenever I indicate small r, or I indicate r of xy, or indicate rxy, then it is called Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. So r is nothing but Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. So you are saying that the linear relationship between x and y is called Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. It is denoted by r, or it is denoted by r of xy, or it is denoted by rxy, and is given by what is the formula for this correlation coefficient. So formula for correlation coefficient is given by r equal to, you can write r or rxy, whatever may be. So r equal to, formula is covariance of x comma y by sigma x into sigma y. R equal to covariance of x comma y by sigma x into sigma y, where covariance of xy formula equal to covariance of xy equal to, what is the formula for covariance of xy? 1 by n summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar. X minus x bar into y minus y bar. ORR, you can write like this. ORR covariance of x comma y equal to, if you multiply these things, two things, a minus b into c minus d. If you multiply and simplify, you will get one more formula. So the formula is 1 by n summation xy minus x bar into y bar. So this is the covariance formula. Covariance of xy can be written as 1 by n summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Otherwise, you can use covariance of xy equal to 1 by n summation xy minus x bar into y bar. So covariance is completed. Next, you have to learn sigma variance. This is sigma is nothing but variance. Sigma square is nothing but variance. Sigma is nothing but standard deviation. So all of you know sigma square x formulas in usual notation. So sigma square. Generally, I have learned sigma square formula. What is the sigma square formula? Variance formula. What is the variance formula? 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square. So sigma square x formula is 1 by n summation x minus x bar whole square. If you simplify this one, if you write a minus b whole square formula, and then if you simplify, you will get one more formula. So that is nothing but sigma square x equal to 1 by n summation x square minus x bar whole square. So you can use any formula based on the data. You can use any formula based on the data. So say generally sigma square formula is 1 by n summation x minus x bar whole square. If you write a minus b whole square formula, if you simplify, you will get sigma square x equal to 1 by n summation x square minus x bar whole square. Similarly, you have sigma y is also there. So in place of x, you have to substitute y. That means what is the sigma square y formula? Sigma square y equal to 1 by n into summation y minus y bar whole square. Y minus y bar whole square. If you write again a minus b whole square and simplify, you will get the formula. So what is the formula? Sigma square y equal to 1 by n into summation y square minus y bar whole square. So these are the this is the R formula, and these are the covariance of xy formula, sigma square x formula, and sigma square y formula in usual notations. So these are the formulas. These formulas are very, very important for doing the problems. So derivation is not required, just you will learn the formulas. Okay. So R formula, what is R? R is nothing but Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient. What do you mean by Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient? The linear relationship between x and y is called Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient. Okay. It is also known as product moment correlation coefficient. So Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient is denoted by R, small r, and he is given by what is R formula? R equal to covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. So what is the covariance of xy formula in usual notations? These are the formulas in usual notations. Next, I will tell you these formulas in terms of expectations. So first semester you have learned expectations also, mathematical expectations in first semester. So you have to learn the formulas in usual notations. Usual notations means xy. In terms of expectations also you have to learn the formulas. So in terms of usual notations, what are the formulas of covariance of xy? 1 by n into summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar. If you multiply these values and simplify, you will get one more formula. What is that formula? Covariance of xy equal to 1 by n summation xy minus x bar y bar. Okay, and then covariance is completed. Next, you have to calculate the sigma square x. So sigma x, how you will get sigma x? If I know sigma square x, just find the root, you will get sigma x. So that means what is the sigma square x value? Sigma square x value is, what is the formula? 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square. Okay. So if I know sigma square x, I can calculate sigma x. You can use this formula. Otherwise, if you write a minus b whole square and you simplify, you will get this formula. Sigma square x equal to 1 by n summation x minus x bar whole square. Similarly, you can write for sigma square y. Only difference is in place of x, you have y. That is the only difference. The formulas are same. Okay, so these are the formulas in usual notations. In usual notations means whenever x values are given, y values are given to you, then you can use these formulas. So these formulas are very, very important whenever problems are given. Numerical data is given in usual notations, then you can consider the formulas according to the situation. Which formula? Both are same, but based on the situation you can consider. Okay, so covariance of xy is this one, or covariance of xy is this one, which is easy to calculate, that you will take and you will simplify. Okay, so these are the formulas. These are the covariance of xy formula, sigma square x formula, sigma square y formula in usual notations. Next, you have to learn these formulas in terms of expectations. R formula won't change. R formula is only one. What is R formula? Covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. So this covariance of sigma x and sigma y has two set of formulas. One in terms of usual notations, one in terms of expectations. Now, usual notations, you know the formulas now. Now you have to learn these formulas in terms of expectations. So now I will tell you these formulas, covariance of xy formula, sigma x formula, sigma y formula, I will tell you in terms of expectations. So first we will see covariance of xy formula in terms of expectations. So same thing. So what is the covariance of xy formula in terms of expectations? So this is nothing but expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. Y minus expectation of y. I think the expectations you have learned in first semester. So the same expectations I am using. So expectation of formula is x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. If you again multiply and simplify, you will get one more formula. So that formula is nothing but expectation of xy minus expectation of x into expectation of y. You will get this formula if you multiply these values and simplify with in terms of expectations, then automatically you will get this formula. The expectation of xy minus expectation of x into expectation of y. Okay. So similarly, sigma x square x formula is in terms of expectation. In terms of expectation, formula is expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square. So expectation of, simple, otherwise you can write simply like this. Expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square. Whole square. Again, you can write a minus b whole square. If you simplify, you will get one more formula. Expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. Expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. So similarly, in place of x, you have y now. So y means what is the formula you will get? You will get the formulas expectation of y minus expectation of y, or you can put bracket like this. If you have any confusion, you can put small brackets also, so that you can understand better. Whole square. First you can do a minus b whole square, and after that you can apply expectation. Okay. Similarly, do a minus b whole square formula. That means a square plus b square minus 2ab, and multiply with expectation. If you simplify, you will get expectation of y square minus expectation of y whole square. Expectation of y whole square. Okay. So these are the formulas. These are the covariance of xy formulas and sigma x, sigma y formulas in terms of expectations. These formulas we will use in properties. These are not, these formulas won't be used whenever numerical data is given. Whenever a numerical data is given, I have told the first set of formulas, usual notations, you have to use the formulas. So these formulas we will use in properties of correlation coefficients. So that's why these formulas are also important. These formulas are also important. So what is the covariance of x formula, xy formula? Expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. You can multiply. If you want, you can check it. You can check in rough book. Multiply these values and then apply expectation, then you will get this value. Expectation of xy minus expectation of x into expectation of y. Similarly, sigma square x formula is nothing but expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square. If you write a minus b whole square, at a square plus b square minus 2ab, then apply with expectation, then you will get this formula. Expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. So if I know sigma square x, I can write sigma square y. So these are the formulas that are important. So what we have learned, second measure is Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient. So what do you mean by Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient? Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient is nothing but it is a linear relationship between x and y. It is a linear relationship between x and y. It is the measure given by Karl-Pearson. So that's why it is called Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient. So one more name is there for Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient. What is that name? It is also called product moment correlation coefficient. So it is denoted by R. It is denoted by R. Simply we will denote R. So whenever I use small r, what is the meaning of small r? Small r is nothing but you have to, that is nothing but Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient. So what is the formula for Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient? Covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. Covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. So these formulas you have to learn. So there are two set of formulas. One in terms of usual notations, one in terms of expectations. In terms of usual notations, just now we have discussed. What is the covariance of xy formula? 1 by n into summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Sigma square x formula is 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square. Similarly, sigma square y. So in terms of expectations, these are the expectation formulas in terms of expectation. So when to use expectation formulas, when to use usual notation formulas. So whenever data is given to you, x and y values are given, then you have to use usual notations formulas. First we have discussed covariance of xy, sigma square x and sigma square. Whenever we are discussing properties, one of the property of correlation coefficient, we will use these expectation formulas. Okay, so now all of you understood correlation coefficient is denoted by R. What is the R formula? R has only one formula, covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. That is the only formula you have. So covariance of x, sigma x and sigma y has two set of formulas. One in terms of usual notations, one in terms of expectations. So first we will learn usual notations. That means first we will do one problem based on correlation coefficient. Okay. So first I will discuss one problem to you so that you can understood better. So I will take one problem. So how correlation requires, what is correlation requires? Bivariate data. Bivariate data means how many variables are required? Two variables are required. So two variables are required. Just I will take those two variables. Then you can understood better what is R. Just I will take a simple problem. I will do the calculation. Suppose x values and y values, bivariate data is given, x values, y values, you have to calculate correlation coefficient. Okay. Suppose my x values are, simply I will write the x values 5, 7, 9, 11, otherwise 10, 3. 5, 7, 9, 10, 3. Y values, roughly I am taking, you can take any data. So roughly I am taking a small problem so that you can understood better. So Y values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the data given. So calculate correlation coefficient for this particular data. So calculate correlation coefficient means what you have to calculate? You have to calculate R. You have to calculate R. So just now I have told R formula. What is R formula? R formula is nothing but covariance of x comma y by sigma x into sigma y. This is the R formula. So R formula. So now this is the numerical data. Numerical data means you have to use regular formulas, usual formulas. So what is the covariance of xy formula? Covariance of xy equal to, I have told two formulas. 1 by n summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar is one formula. Otherwise, I have told covariance of x comma y equal to, what is the formula? 1 by n into summation xy minus x bar into y bar. So which formula is easy compared to this problem? Which formula is easy? This is x minus x bar you have to do, y minus y bar you have to do. Again, you have to multiply and then you have to take the total. So now see, observe this formula. This formula, if you simplify, you will get this one. So this formula is nothing but 1 by n summation xy. Simply you can multiply xy, take the xy total. This is x bar. X bar means all of mean. Mean means sum of the observations by number of observations. Y bar means mean. Y bar mean of y. Sum of the y values divided by n gives y. Y bar. So that means which formula is easy compared to, you can use any formula. Any formula you will get the same answer, but try to take the second one because it is easy values. 1 by n summation xy minus x bar y bar. That means simply you can calculate xy, take the total. X bar you can calculate, y bar you can calculate, and substitute the values here, then automatically you will get covariance of xy. So what is the formula I will consider? I will consider the second formula. What is that formula? Covariance of x comma y equal to 1 by n summation xy minus x bar into y bar. This is the formula I will consider. Okay, and then sigma square x also same. Sigma square x 1 by n summation x square minus x bar whole square. I will consider the second formula. I don't want 1 by n summation x minus x bar whole square because you have to do so much of calculation there. So simply I will take 1 by n summation x square minus x bar whole square. So this is calculation is simple. X square you will calculate and take the total. X bar already you are calculating here. Just square of that one gives value here. Okay, and similarly last one. What is the last one? Sigma square y equal to 1 by n summation y square minus y bar whole square. So these are the formulas you require. That means if you want to calculate, first you require covariance. Next you require sigma square x, next you require sigma square y. After that sigma x and sigma y. Okay. So that means covariance of xy means what is that? So 1 by n summation xy minus x bar y bar is given. So for the calculation of these things, some data is given to you. What is the data given? X values are given, y values are given. So what is the first column? First column is x. So first column will be x and second column will be y. Okay. So write down your x values. What are the x values? 5, 7, 9, 10, 3. Only for simple problem I have considered. Okay. So second problem, what is the second y? Y values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now see the problem. What are the columns required based on the formulas? What are the columns required? You have to identify. Now see covariance of xy formula 1 by n. N means what is that? How many number of observations are there? How many number of observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the n value? N value is nothing but 5. N equal to 5 for this particular problem. N equal to 5. Okay. So next 1 by n is completed. Xy, x into y, x into y. That means the next column will be x into y. The next column will be x into y. Next x bar. X bar means what is that? X bar means sum of the x values divided by number of values you have added. So x bar means you require summation x. X bar calculation you require summation x. Similarly y bar. Y bar means you require y total. You require y total. Xy total. Xy total is also required. So this total is also required to you. Next, what is the next one? Next one, see next one, sigma square x 1 by n summation x square. So summation x square means next column required is x square. Next one is x square. So x square is required. X square is required. Next, what is the next one required? This formula will be completed. Next one, what is the next one? Y square. So last column is y square. So these are the columns required. All the totals are required. All the totals are required. Now do the calculation. Xy 5 into 10, 5 into 2, 10, 21, 36. 50, 18. You can add, you will get the value. Similarly, x square. X square means 25, 49, and then 9 square. 9 square means 81, 10 square means 100, 3 square means 9. Similarly, y square means what is that? 4, 9, 3 square means 9, and then 4 square 16, 5 square 25, and 6 square 36. So you require all the totals. All the totals means this total. What is this total? 12. 12. This one is 21, 31, 34. 34 is the x total. And y total. What is the total? 5, 9, 14, 20. Y total will be 20. Okay. And then xy total. Xy total is 31, 67, 67 plus 50. 67 plus 50. 117, 117 plus 18, 128, 135. Is it correct? 135. Yeah, 135. And next x square total. Can anyone can do x square total? X square total you can do y square total also. Y square means this is 13, 29, 25, 54, 54 plus 36, 60, 90. This total 90. And then this total is also 90. This total. Tell me this total. 264. Yeah, 264. 264. Now simply you can calculate the values. What is the covariance of xy? Simply I will calculate here. First I will calculate covariance. Sorry. First I have to calculate x bar, y bar. So x bar equal to, what is the x bar formula? Summation x by n. So that means what is that summation x? X means 34 divided by n means 5. N means 5. So what is the x bar value? You are getting x bar equal to, this is 5 6 are 30 and 5 8 are 40. So x bar equal to 6.8. Similarly, you can do y bar. So y bar equal to, what is the y bar formula? Y bar formula is nothing but summation y by n. Summation y by n. What is the summation y value? 20. 20 divided by 5. That means y bar equal to 4. Y bar equal to 4. Like that, x bar, y bar you have to calculate. So after that, covariance of xy. This is the covariance of xy formula. 1 by n summation xy minus x bar into y bar. Just substitute the values. 1 by n means what is the n value? N value is 5. X bar, xy total. What is the xy total? 135. 135 minus x bar into y bar. X bar into y bar means 6.8 into 4. 6.8 into 4. If you simplify, you will get the value. This value is nothing but this is 5 2s are 5 7s are 27 minus this is 32 24 27.2. 27.2. That means what is the value? You will get covariance of x value equal to minus 0.2. I hope everyone is getting minus 0.2 is the this value. Is it correct? Is it okay? This is 5 2s are 5 7s are 27 minus 27.2. Okay. Now you can calculate sigma square x. Sigma square x equal to, what is the sigma square x value? 1 by n. 1 by n means 5. X square total is, what is x square total? 264. 264 minus x bar whole square. X bar whole square is 6.8 whole square. Can anyone tell me sigma square x? Sigma square x you can do similarly sigma square y also. Just I will write here sigma square y equal to 1 by 5 into y total. What is the y square total? You got 90 minus 4 whole square. 4 whole square. Y bar whole square means 40. That means this is nothing but 18. 18 minus 16. Sigma square y equal to 2. Sigma square y equal to 2. Sigma square y equal to 2. That means you can calculate sigma y. Sigma y you can calculate. Sigma y is nothing but root 2 means 1.414, I think. 1.41 is 4. Sigma square x, you are saying 6.56. Is it correct? 6.56 sigma square x. Sigma square x or sigma x? Sigma square x, I think. Then what is the sigma x value? Tell me the sigma x value, then find out the root value. I think 6.56 is sigma square x. Can you tell me sigma x? Sigma x means you can find out the root. You can find out the root. .56. Yeah, 2.56 you are saying, 2.56. Therefore, I can calculate R. Now I know all the values. R equal to, what is the formula? Covariance of x comma y by sigma x into sigma y. Sigma x into sigma y means what is the covariance of xy value? Minus 0.2. Minus 0.2 divided by sigma x. What is the sigma x? 2.56 into sigma y. What is the sigma y? 1.414. If you simplify, you will get R value in negatives. Tell me the R value. What is the R value you got? So R limits is -1 to +1. R limits is -1 to +1. You have to get -1 or +1 or in between -1 to +1. I hope each and every value is correct. Sigma X, if you got 2.56. Sigma Y, is it correct? Sigma Y 1.414, you got na? Everyone? 1.414. This is a small problem I have considered. Everyone got the answer? If you got the answer, please respond. R value, because this is a general problem I have given. Please respond in the chat group if you got the answer or not. Minus 0.55. Minus you will get now. You will get minus, I think, because R equal to covariance is minus. Yeah, minus 0.05 or minus 0.55. And anyone can do minus 0.05. Yeah, R value is minus 0.055. I hope you will get this one. R equal to minus 0.05 or 5.61. Someone is saying 0.561 or 0.0. All of you are getting different. Is it okay? Everyone got covariance is minus 0.2. Respond, please respond. Minus 0.2 is covariance of XY. Everyone? Minus 0.2. If everyone got same values, so only one answer you have to get. Yeah, minus 0.056. Yeah, minus 0.056 or 055, whatever. Minus 0.056 or yeah. Is it clear or any doubt? Yeah, minus 0. All of you understood how to calculate? Only data will change. Only data will change. I hope everyone will understood. Is it clear or any doubt? Only numerical data will change. Only data will change. The procedure is same. What is the columns required? X values, Y values will be given to you. XY you have to calculate. X square you have to calculate. Y square you have to calculate. After that, take all the totals and then calculate X bar, calculate Y bar. After that, covariance of XY, sigma square X, sigma square Y, then sigma X, sigma Y, and then substitute in the formula.